Are you triplets? He told me to ask that.
See all here rolling sent out.
Right, ladies and gents. Welcome to Titans Tuesday, number 375 or 376, I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. Tonight, we've got two guests, returning players, if you wish. One that should have been here last week, but he was otherwise married. I used to say engaged, but he was otherwise married. It was his wedding anniversary.
But I forgot.
But he forgot. So we've got two returning players here, and Harvey's also in the room. But tonight we're going to kick off with your brand for a grand. So without no more ado, hand over to John. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi everybody. We've done all right this year, I'm pleased to say. We've got 21 people who want to take part in the draw. We've got more than that who's actually done brand for a grand, but some of them don't want to go into the draw. So we have got 21 people that's going into the draw. These people sponsor the club, and I'm sure they do it to try and push their name forward. So I'm going to run through for you guys who they are. They're all on the website, and if you're going to buy some goods that these guys sell, then I'd encourage you to at least get a price off them. Obviously some of them are businesses that you won't come across unless you're in business yourself, but there are some people who are doing end user products. So we'll start with Tony Clabby's people from Men Actually Talking Together. They're involved, they've been involved for quite a few years now, and we're really grateful to Tony and those guys. We've got some individual people who sponsor us, and they get a slightly different package to the corporate people. So Anne Coggins, who can't be with us tonight because she's coughing all over the place and she didn't want to give it to us. I thanked her for that. Brian Revel with us again, and Janet. So thanks very much for coming back on board. We've also got Julie and Richard Watson. They've come on for the first time, but they're away in France. I hope it's not raining for them like it is here. And then we've got the companies. So we've got ACL Interiors, and Andy's here. Thank you, Andy. Andy helps us out in other ways as well as with Brand for a Grand. We really appreciate what Andy does for us. So he does suspended ceilings and petitioning and stuff like that. Barry Thurman makes my car testing. We all need to get MOTs unless you're rich enough not to change your car every 3 years. So Barry's there for that. B&B Leasing, Steve Baker and Tony Dent. Those guys lease cars and vans, and the van that the foundation used, that came for them. They did a great deal on that. Lindsay has a lease car off them, so you know, if you're looking for a lease vehicle, give them a shout. Paul Sloan Electrical, yeah, he does big jobs, but he looks after my houses really well, and he looks after this place really well. And during lockdown, he came and did the fixed wire test and did loads of work in here to get it legal. So really grateful to Paul. Lawrence Farms, they're their burgers that you're eating tonight, so I hope they're okay. And Anthony Ross and his brothers do a great job for us. I think you all know where Lawrence Farms is. Then we've got a company that last year were called ECA Business Energy, but he does some personal stuff through a CIC called Planet First Energy, and they're basically energy brokers getting you better deals on gas and electric. Blue Portal, they're telecoms people. Dave Dickens, they do mobile phones and landlines, although landlines are getting less and less used, aren't they? And then we've got the accountants, Sutton McGrath Hartley, Sharon Webb. They've been with us quite a few years now. Biblioteca, Chris is here, Chris Milliken. Thank you for your continued sponsorship, Chris. They're mainly dealing with councils and people like that, so. And then we have got one that we all use, Vizu, used to be City Taxis. Sasha Skinner and the team down at City Taxis, who've been taken over by Vizu, they're staying with us again, and they're doing some more stuff with the foundation again this year. And then we've got Sean Essie from Peterman Forklifts. Sean's with us tonight. As it says on the tin, he sells forklifts. If you got a warehouse, he's your man. We've then got media management, Paul Evans. These guys help the foundation out with bid writing, and it's them that got the £500,000 for the White House. So really thankful to them, and they're now a sponsor as well, so that's good. New sponsor this year, AKR Wealth Management. It's St James's Place financial advisor, Amit Guy. He just phoned us out of the blue, which is really nice when somebody comes onto you and says they want to come and sponsor rather than you have to chase them. So really pleased to get a financial advisor on board. Then got somebody who you'll all know, another electrical company, West Electrical. That's Craig West and his son Johnny. Mainly into solar panels these days. They've put the solar panels that are on the cricket club on the pavilion. So Westie's come on board as a sponsor this year. Apollo Blinds, so Danny Hollins stood at the bar there with his cider, another new sponsor, and again, as it says on the tin, he does blinds, Venetian, vertical, you name it, he does it. Have a word with him if you're looking for blinds for your house. One of my favourites, The Great Kitchen, wine cellar. Just some lovely wines. All the wines that we sell behind the bar come from James Ward. He's based in Thorpe Hesley, does deliveries. Have a look at his website. He's got some cracking wines on there, and they're really well priced. So I must have had one or two of them before I come up here. Yeah. So give James a ring. And then Rise Adaptations. They're the guys who are managing the project over there, the White Building. Pat McMahon and his team, they've been great so far, and long may it last, and we start demolishing it on Saturday. So hopefully when you come next Tuesday there'll be a big gap over there rather than a scruffy white building. So there are the 21 names that are going into the hat, and the first name out will be on the home shirt, as will the second name. And then the third name and the fourth name out will be on the away shirt. So I think we'll get Harvey to come up and do the draw for me. Susie's got nothing else to do tonight. So you just pull one of them out, Harvey, and read out any of them. Yeah, just pick one out.
Why did you point at the well? Someone got an error on
He's joking.
That one that says me.
Oh, no,
I think Tony's printed it as small as possible. It's Anne Coggins. And it's so lucky that Anna's come out, so she's on the home shirt, and the second one on the home shirt is.
I can't see. No glasses.
Rise Adaptations. So that's Pat McMahon's company. So those are the first two, Rise Adaptations and Anne Coggins. So away shirt. Media management. So that's the bid writers. And last but not least,
It says big ranches. The only print on the road.
Ryan Greville, second year on the bounce. So, what we've done historically is we've had a separate draw for the supporters that's put the money in, and a separate draw for the companies. But the number of supporters has dwindled away, so we thought it only fair to give everybody a full chance. But as it's worked out, it's still been 2 and 2. So there we go.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, certainly has. Certainly has. So you'll see some work going on over the way. As I say, the white building's coming down this Saturday, so they're bringing equipment on site from tomorrow. The pavilion, you'll have seen that the windows are out. We've got them blocked up, and we're putting smaller windows at the top so that we can still get ventilation into there. That should happen hopefully by the end of this week. Then it's a case of getting the electrics and the plumbing and that will finish up in changing rooms. And we're keeping our fingers crossed. If everything goes right, they should be ready for the start of the season. So the players will have brand new changing rooms to start the new season in. With all these things, it's building work, so it really is keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best. So thank you, the guys who have come down for the draw. Really good to see you. Don't forget the warm-up games, 16th and 30th of August down here. 16th of August against Leeds, 30th of August against Durham University. Be two cracking games to get us warmed up, and fitted in between there is obviously the trip to Guernsey. So I'm now going to hand back to Martin and let him introduce the players.
Thank you.
Or the player and the coach.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Okay.
Right then, ladies and gents. There's no surprise because there isn't one. Tonight, ladies and gents, for the Titans Tuesday Meet the Players, two more returning players in the guise of Matt Smith. Thank you.
Sorry. Another clap.
Yeah, oh.
And Mr. Townend, fine. You can do, but we'll see how it goes. As always, ladies and gents, if you've got any questions for both Jack and Matt, either, please don't be shy in coming forward. It just saves me trying to rack my brains. But having said that, I've already primed these two guys that if you recall a few years ago that I did a meet the players with a lot of questions, pre-made questions, which I think did go down pretty good for those that attended, just to get to find out a bit more about the players that we've got. I know neither of these two have had these questions fired at them. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it all night long. So first of all, ladies and gents, Jack, why are you stopping? It's great to have you. So what's the reasons for stopping, sir?
Tell Daddy the reason.
Nobody else will have him.
Take some heat here, man.
Not been here that long. Anyway, cheers. See you all later.
Oh dear.
I think it's a really exciting opportunity going into a new league. When I came last year, I came with the idea of getting promoted and going into that league, and I think it's only right now that we've seen that job through that we carry it on into this year. I think what we're building here is really positive, and I think we're building in the right direction. It's interesting as a player to see what's going to come and what's going to turn up, and I think that's kind of kept me around the most.
Smithy, you've stopped playing, is this correct?
That is correct.
About time.
No.
They can't.
So you're assisting Harvey as a forwards coach.
Correct. Correct.
Thank you. Would there be... It is, yeah. Explain your role to people here, what you'll be doing with Harvey.
Well, yeah. That's it. Water. When Harvey blows his whistle, I run somewhere, and that's normally how it is. No, the opportunity came up. Obviously, Gaz decided to move on, and it wasn't for him. And when that happened, Harvey picked up the phone and asked the question, did I want to be involved? And just to echo what Townie's just said there, I think it's a really exciting time for the club moving forwards from the building work and the ground and the facilities wise, but also to the players that we're now able to recruit going into a better league. having Harvey, do you know what I mean, allows us to go for those players and try and get them to come to the club. So firstly, that's very exciting. In terms of my role, as you said, it's forwards coach, so that will be line-outs, mauls, scrums, your kick-offs, things like that. Tackle tech, yeah. I'll get Harry Newborn to show us how to do that.
Do you know anything about them?
Oh, steady, You got vodka in that coat there.
She's like that at all.
Got some odd taskmasters here.
Yeah, and as I say, do as I say, not as I do. So yeah, hopefully it'd be good. But no, really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. So, guys, you know these two players. I'll call you that, yes. Two players last season. Any questions for them, ladies and gents? Please.
No all rush.
Did you enjoy your time at Yorkshire side?
I was took us down.
Sore subject. I enjoy playing rugby, so any excuse. I think this is the first time that I've not played rugby league in off season. Normally I just carry on playing all the way through. So I've just like putting a shirt on and going out and having a dig with your mates. It was good because I've always wanted to do it. I've played rugby league for Yorkshire. I've never played rugby union, so it was quite a good experience to tick that box and get it done. Unfortunately, didn't quite make the final, but only lost one game all year. Keep it as that.
Next one, anybody?
How's your knee?
How's my knee? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I need a little operation on it in probably November time, just to clear out. And that was probably one of the reasons to make the decision. You get to the age and stuff starts hurting into Thursday and to Friday, and yeah, it makes it easier. But it's mending, and yeah, we'll be good.
We didn't think you'd play again.
Yeah, no, is that from what happened? Yeah, you hoped. Lots of people hoped it wouldn't. Yeah. From actually doing obviously my big incident out there a couple of years ago. That's all I wanted to do. Last season for me was such a nice thing to do because I thought at the time when I was laid on the floor squealing like a small child, that was me done. And so to be able to get another season in there, and not only that, like Townie said, a successful season that ended in promotion. It was brilliant, and so for me, I thought, I mean, take my chips and run, be able to just about walk off, even if I couldn't remember my final game. But yeah.
Brilliant. Right, I'll ask one of these questions, ladies and gents, while you're here. It's for both of you, so you get a chance to answer each.
About 8 inches.
What? I've got to decipher it first. What do you feel most
That's
proud
never
of?
been granted.
To be fair, I mean, I had a career like Matt over here, you know what I mean? He's slumming it with me at the minute, but to be fair, the promotion's probably up there. It's definitely one of them. I played some representative rugby when I was younger, managed to go over to Spain and play for Britain, and that were right up there, but obviously I'll let anyone play rugby league.
Yeah.
So I think the promotion's right up there.
Smithy?
Matthew?
Yeah, it was obviously talking rugby, do you know what I mean? If the missus watches this, I have to
Yeah,
say the missus
yeah.
and kids, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but
Not me.
yeah. In terms of rugby, I'm just happy to be able to have played for 15 years and had the career that I had. It was a great decision for me to be able to come to Rotherham. I'd coached previously here and get an opportunity to play. I mean, no one speaks about me actually getting us relegated, so to be able to get a promotion and get us back to where it is, that's not my proudest moment now. But yeah, just everyone who's played rugby knows that what a great sport it is, and so to be able to have done it for so long and played at a decent level, yeah, that's what I'm most proud of.
It's not really a moment though, is it?
No, it's not.
Right then, Smithy, you're married. Jack, you're not.
No.
Are you going to be?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
You look at the camera for that. because
Fingers
she's
crossed.
watching this. She's watching this. Right, on that score then, gents, I did ask you this question, but I'm going to ask you it properly now. How did your girlfriend, your lovely wife, how did you first meet?
Not necessarily girlfriend, is it?
It's a rugby club.
2024,
we
isn't
don't
it?
do
I mean-
love.
I were at school.
She's a teacher.
Yeah, just make sure you tell me around these parts, mate. There's
Isn't it?
No, at school. Both young whippersnappers, year 7.
Same class.
No, shouldn't have thought so. She would have gone with me then. Should have avoided me like plague. No, I think she stayed well away from me and waited until we were a bit older and a bit more mature.
got that tash.
Yeah,
That's what she
exactly.
did, right, that.
She can't remember it from school, but yeah, she tried to stay well clear. And then,
So at school then?
yeah,
School.
6 years of grinding. Finally wore it down enough for her to say, yeah,
Can't
come
say
on.
that, man.
Well, Smithy.
Your turn.
Smithy.
I met my wife at university down in Cardiff. She's a proper southerner, so I've managed to have her living up here now for 10, 12 years.
Still got a bag's back.
Yeah, still got bags back just in case, yeah. She keeps trying to get us down further south, but keeps failing,
You don't want
unfortunately.
to go down south.
We'll do it eventually, honestly.
Right, this is probably a non-question, because you're going to say, I ain't got none. How do you spend your free time?
Well, drinking, fishing, golfing, anything that's out of the house. Yeah, probably in that order as well. To be fair. Running, gym. Running, gym,
Breathe in.
kicking,
Breathe in. Breathe in.
Just as got a minute.
on phone to
And
Harvey.
he's not married
All
yet.
those.
Reviewing your games.
Yeah, reviewing footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My free time, obviously, I don't have any. I mean, kids, but both my kids are very active. So my lad swims 6 times a week, does rugby twice a week. So my free time is spent ferrying kids around, watching them do activities, which I love.
Excellent. Right, so you played rugby league as well as union,
Yeah.
you said. So who or how were you introduced to rugby union?
Well, I was playing for Wakefield Wildcats when I was 16, 17, and then I got a bit of an injury and kind of piddled around playing rugby league for amateur clubs in Wakey, and a guy from Sandal, you probably know, Darren Reynolds. Yeah, it's Matt's first club as well. He invited me down to Sandal when I was 17, 18, and I played a season of Colts and then went into their first team and just took off from there really. That was my first real experience. Not much of a story, but yeah.
He's there, Smithy.
Mine, there was a guy came in to school. I went to school in Barnsley, Royston, and to no one ever did rugby or anything. And my now best mate, Newman,
Yeah.
his mum was my PE teacher, and she brought somebody in who did rugby to school. And after throwing it around and doing it for half a term or something, this lad said, "Hey, you're not bad at this. Do you fancy coming down to Sandal?" And then went down to Sandal, and from that point took off. And yeah, best thing she ever did. So she keeps reminding me of it every time I do anything like that. It was her.
That is, to be quite honest, I've got a question here. It says, what teacher in school made the most impact on you, how and why? And you just answered that question
Moira.
without me
Yeah.
asking it.
Moira.
Myself.
Newman. Moira Newman.
Moira Newman. Right. I'll do one more question, then I hope you've thought of some questions of your own, ladies and gents. This question, again, be careful how you answer it. Right? Who do you most admire in life?
Reece Ward. It might look miserable, but when you get him going, he's a real good bloke.
Loves a spring roll.
Yeah, loves the spring roll. Walk into a room, he lights it up, always positive. kind of has that influence on group. Never moans, just gets on with it.
What's that? Will he marry me?
It's like the couple waters back with him. Just cracks on with any job. He's really important for group. He just cracked on with stuff and kind of perked everyone up when some people are feeling down about not being selected and stuff. But yeah.
Smithy?
Mine a bit towny. I just think the work that he puts in off the pitch to be in this physique, takes everything seriously. Throughout my time, I've never known people, do you know what I mean, be as professional in their approach to it, and you can see that it has an effect on the pitch. So yeah.
Okay.
Very proud.
Right, ladies and gents, has anybody racked the brains after that?
Got sitting
I
bullshit
love
on the
each
way.
other.
No chance of getting a beer.
No? Would you like me to ask a few more questions?
Oh dear.
Don't all shout at once.
Who's your wingman in team when you go out?
Who's your wingman in the team when you go out?
I don't know if I should say.
I think he means on the pitch. I don't think
Yeah.
we go out for a
I
beer.
mean when you go out.
Oh, when you go out. Reminded me, best mate, Gaz Newman. Good lad. Loves his missus.
You're all right.
Pooley can talk back legs off a donkey. I've never seen a bloke talk to as many blokes in my life when we went out after we won league. We're like walking around with a celebrity. He just seemed to know everyone and didn't actually know anybody, and I've never seen anything like it.
Very impressive.
He's very
Seen it many
impressive.
times. Very impressive.
He just seems to just about know enough to get by without ever knowing enough to actually explain what he's doing, which is really impressive to see.
I've got another question then. Sometimes this can be right comical. So you've got to be honest with this
Oh,
one.
yes.
You've got to be honest with this one. What are you most afraid of? So think about that one for a second.
A bald man sat on the right.
I was going to say, in this room, can you narrow it down a little bit? But I think they got the guys on that. Yeah.
Still have nightmares.
So, no, no.
You have signed him, haven't you? It is staying.
The coach before scared me as well. We won't talk about that.
Go ahead. You got rid of him, mate. So.
You know all right, mate? Yeah, we've done it.
Smithy, what are you scared of, kid?
Is this genuine answer or like? Is that not funny?
Well, that's it.
Audio in the morning.
What are you scared of?
Right, it's true that Reece Ward in the morning. Have you seen him? Or him eating
Really?
in his pants. That is scary. That bloke, I'm not kidding. He ate a full family feast to himself. And then, this is a true story, right? He had a burger. We went to Ireland, by the way, on the end of season tour, and he got this big feast from some burger place. And
me
and Capsy came in.
It
and
was
at
like
the
one of
night-
them share boxes, like a family 4-piece share box for 2 parents, 2 kids. It were like 4 burgers, 1 for each person, 4 portions of chips, 4 chicken selects, 4 chicken bites, and it was just demolished on the floor.
Apart from one burger, which when me and Capsy walked in, we woke him up because we were stopping in a hostel, so there were 6 beds in this room. And as he woke up, he rolled over, and a burger was stuck to his back. And so he did the right thing. He got the burger, and then opened it and ate it. True story. True
Gospel
story.
truth.
So next time you go on an away trip social, are you going to give him a ring, Reece Ward, and say, "Look, mate, we need you because we're a bit down in the mouth here."
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Send them in tickets.
Any questions? I can ask them more. Where do you see yourself in 10, 15 years' time? Married?
Obese.
Yeah, but no, it's school run.
Happily retired. I'd like to say in here, but that side. Having a beer and not worrying about as much. not being having to run up and down field as many times and being able to enjoy myself rather than having to play it safe.
So apart from rugby, what occupation have you got at the present?
Well, fingers crossed. I should still be a teacher. Yeah, you never know. Touch wood, eh? Yeah, still.
Got no laughs then, just like.
No, didn't get it. It's alright. Straight over head. Yeah, still teaching. Unless something better comes up that pays me more money. I've heard there's a couple of businesses in here. Hey, never know. Yeah. Harvey might take me under his wing to be an assistant coach.
Who's in? Harvey said no.
Still a teacher then, yeah. We'll take that then.
Hang on. Oh, it's Reece Ward, hang on. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it's all on camera. Yeah.
It's all lies, it was just a family for two.
It was, that's what he just said. It was only for two.
Where do I see myself 10 years? Well, in rugby, hopefully coaching. Yeah, no. I don't want to be a head coach. No. Obviously, I work down the roads. Work for an insurance broker. I've done for 3 years. Going well. So hopefully, doing well there. And yeah, hopefully still coaching. How'd you get that? Being good. Sorry.
Another one? Why not?
Oh dear.
Serious heads on. What are your top 5 values?
Weighing over 100 kilos. I think it's really important to be a proper man's man. Honesty. Five's a lot. isn't
Don't
it?
shirk it around.
I'm not good with words.
No. Honest is a good one. I'd say respect, but not really sure. Go on.
I would say work rate. I say it to my kids now with everything they do. It's one thing that I, as a player, would never be questioned on is work rate, and from that, you kind of get into your honesty. Because if you're willing to work hard, then people see that you're an honest person, and they can always rely on you. So I think no matter what you do, work hard at it, 100% effort,
Yep.
and you don't have to be the best, but you work
As long
hard,
as
you
you
get there.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's 5.
I'll wrap this part up with one last question. What was your most embarrassing moment? Making up next to Wardy. No,
Not dances, either.
I can't remember.
I think he's had a few.
Definitely been a few, like.
How many WhatsApp videos did I send you?
For those on the camera, we've not froze. It's still running.
We're thinking.
We're thinking.
We're thinking.
You have a double if you
I
want.
don't know. In terms of embarrassing, I suppose the wife made me wait 40 minutes on our wedding day, so that's pretty embarrassing. Yeah, exactly. She blames our son, but anyway, still 40 minutes. It was very hot, so.
Did you get your own back on the wedding night?
Did I get her on back on the wedding night? Good answer.
It's a tough one. There's been too many to count, really.
This will be when he gets home and Mrs. is watching that.
To be fair, yeah. When I come back next week and I'm single. I don't know.
Okay then, right.
Yeah, one to come.
You've seen me on the Saturday, you've seen enough.
Probably so.
Right. Because you didn't answer, there's no bonus on that. So, I'll try another last question. What is your best childhood memory?
You can't remember that far, can you?
Childhood memory has probably got to be going to Disneyland, Florida, with my mum and dad and sister when we were kids. Yeah.
Probably just like you play. I don't know if you do it in rugby union, but in rugby league you used to play like little tournaments, and you wait for the summer and you'd have like a tournament where you'd be there for 2 days, and you used to get to go there with all your mates, and you'd spend like Butlins and stuff like that, or even like little places. And you just get to spend the full weekend with your mates camping, playing rugby every day. They were probably highlight of my childhood. Yeah, good times. what we've
Right,
done
you've
this
had
weekend.
time to think of a question, I'm sure, ladies and gents. Anybody?
It's covered so much.
We have covered some ground.
Have you got any mates in Donegal coming over?
Any mates? Anybody who are coming
I
over?
think that's,
Oh, there we go.
Not allowed to say.
it's a damn good question.
It is.
Oh, in Farrell.
I think that's a question at the present that there are probably no answers, but
We'll
I'm
put
not-
him through in
I'm
Farrell. Answer it.
Decided France was better than Rotherham, which yeah.
Harvey didn't like weight up ball to line, so he didn't go for it.
It's all right at rugby, just not a nice place. Oh,
So,
yes.
I did get given a list though
Oh, yeah,
by
yeah.
Harvey of players that I can announce.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one even asked that question, so if people want to know,
Right then, knock us
It's
out.
actual.
Knock us out
he
then.
even told me how to say it and everything. He did kind of go through with it. I want to say it like this, and yeah.
And can I just hang on?
Oh, he's got official sign off. Yeah, official sign off.
Same positions.
Your turn.
Because they'll never got a game. They're not going to go in with understudies. Booking players is there.
Keep on the edge of the seat. Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh, but you're happy now.
Yeah, I just VAR.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah.
right.
Well, that's the full list now without. Obviously, we've been working hard as Harvey all off season. I just changed that to Harvey. But I have had some involvement, and Harvey will give me some
Butchering him
credit.
up there.
But yeah, we're obviously working hard in the off season, recruiting players, etc., retaining players. So I think that's one big thing about the squad. That squad did so well, and we want to retain those quality players. So I'm able to tell you that Charlie Capsey is back on for next year. I thought he was outstanding last year. Still young, and do you know what I mean, great. Still room for improvement. So really good. Loma is back. So them two on the loose head. I think most teams would be. Do you know what I mean, would give anything to have those two as two start.
Good try for the day.
A good try.
Yep.
For the yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say too loud. Do you know what I mean? It's a touchy
Talk
subject.
about it, yeah.
In a hooker, we've got both Bergie and Luke Cole coming back, and that's two fantastic players that have both played Championship. Coley, I know, has played Prem as well. So to have them is outstanding. Obviously, might have a friend who plays at a local club in the front row, but we'll have to find out later. Dinnington, yeah, that's it. And then in the back row, once again we've tried to retain a lot of people. So I don't know if anyone knows this guy, John Okafoa. He managed to create his own song and everything, didn't he? So, he'll be watching this live now, won't he? He loves social media. I mean, so he will be watching this live.
It's all about you.
Dr. Lewis Allen is back as well, which is great. I say he's been at the club now 2-3 years. So it's great to have that continuity. Carl Bustin is back again. I thought second half of last season he was outstanding at number 8. I mean, no one was stopping him. He really had the bit between his teeth, and hopefully that form he can take into the league above and cause defences problems. The lad who I thought when he came back just changed our pack entirely, and that's Harry Newborn. When he went into that back row position at 7, he just attacked. They just struggle. He just gets off that line and he bangs. So I think to be able to keep hold of him is, I say, a big thing. And the final one is, I shouldn't say that. I never know, do you? I'm joking with him now. Pooley as well. So obviously we've kept Pooley. I think if you cut that bloke in two, do you know what I mean? It says Rotherham inside. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a little bit of Tigers, but we won't touch on that one, shall we? But yeah, Pooley's back, and I'm told he's following the same training plan as Towney. Now take from that what you will, okay? But so he's working hard in the off season. He's working hard in the off season, and obviously, I know you were saying about wingmen. I mean, on a night out.
Poorly carries on, he'll be on wing that way. Like a stick.
With
now.
weight.
Like a stick.
I was gonna say before rudely interrupted, is that Poole is that bloke on that pitch? Do you know what I mean? You know he's gonna go to the well every time for you, yeah, really happy to have him on board. And I say continuity with any team when you get promotion is key. So to be able to have all those boys retained, ready, raring to go for Tuesday next week, we're really happy with.
So that's the forwards. So you're not primed on the backs?
He's not allowed to know.
Not allowed to comment.
He's a forwards coach.
Okay.
Forwards.
Purely
That's a
forwards.
taboo word for you.
Shall we
Backs.
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 Backs. No, we didn't need them last year, did we? We just did it all in That's it, isn't it?
It's rather unfair.
Well, we had the top scorer on the hot seat last week for the league and for Rotherham.
Rear forward.
I didn't say that.
It's Lloydie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not forward though.
He's got sticky hands though, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean?
He has got sticky hands. He has got sticky hands.
That sticky
Right.
stuff is sprayed.
Yeah. So, ladies and gents, any more questions for these two guys while they're
Just
here?
one. Just
Yeah.
one. You had a great season. No, nobody's questioning that. One loss to, and I don't think it was a loss really. You were cheated out of the game, but you won it well, and you're going up a division. Your expectations are correct and high, and you're being well supported. But there's going to be a different change. There's going to be a few losses, maybe, hopefully never, but they're harder to take than winning.
Yeah, totally. I'd say I've just named those players that are retaining. Other lads that we've got coming in, they're of a younger age. Do you know what I mean? They're starting their journey in semi-professional rugby, in third tier, whatever it may be, and so they're going to learn, but they're also going to make mistakes, and that's going to happen. That's the nature of learning. You make mistakes. I mean, we were looking at the league the other day, and you look at Moseley. They lost 12 games, won 14, and finished 5th in the league. So teams lose games. Anybody can beat anybody in this league. So yes, there will be times where me as a forwards coach, we get frustrated that we don't take that opportunity in the corner. But hopefully, in 6 months' time, we are able to take that opportunity, and that will show the growth in the players and the growth in the team. But yeah, we fully expect that we'll lose games. But as long as we're moving forward and we're working hard and we can be honest with our feedback and people can grow from that, then that's what it's about. It's about getting better and making the players better. And
We were always told it's no problem with being beaten, but losing is a different thing. You don't mind being beaten by better people, but just lose. You don't lose, you have to be beaten.
yeah, exactly. And I said it earlier, as long as everybody is working hard and that's work rate and desire and things like that and non-negotiables, and we're not questioning that, then we can take being beaten by a better team, do you know what I mean, better players. That's fine, we can cope with that. It's when you start questioning the other stuff, and hopefully with the group of players that we're putting together, we don't ever have to question that.
Yeah. Jack, would you like to add anything to that?
No, he's answered it pretty well. You can tell that he's going to be a coach. I think that one of the defining moments of our season last year was the loss to Leeds, and it showed how resilient we were as a group and how much we could come together, and how we kind of went under the radar for the rest of the season and just did our own thing. And we worked tirelessly out on a Tuesday and Thursday and never really took that limelight of being top of the league. But we were happy to just graft away and do what we needed to do. And I think next year, although it is going to be another challenge where we're going up a level and the team's going to be harder, I think we'll have that same resilience. And if we do get a loss, I think we'll come back together stronger. We'll work on it and we'll keep on pushing and try and get it right in the end.
You've got to put into practice what we did last season. That were a squad out there, that were a team.
Yeah.
You were smashing and bleeding for each other. And I think that's what made the difference.
One priority is you must beat Roslin on the first game.
No pressure then.
No pressure. They did finish second, but no pressure.
David?
Where have you set your sights on finishing in the league, hopefully? Mid-table or higher?
I mean, we haven't had that conversation. It goes back to everything we've just said. Do you know what I mean? There's some young lads coming through who, especially in the forwards, I know around the second row position, when you lose a combined age of about 100 in me and Chal, any lads are going to be young. But so there is going to be a younger element to that team, and to give them goals like we want to finish mid-table, things like that. Let's focus on the journey, and as long as we're doing that right, then results will look after themselves. It's all about the process, not necessarily the outcome.
Just to add to that, what I think's really exciting about this group is that we don't know. Like, we don't know. We're not going to go up and say, oh, we just want to stay in the league. And we're not going to go up and say, oh, we want to win the league. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to look like. It's going to be new shapes, new time. It's a full season. We have it. We have no idea what the range could be. It could be that we go through all the way through and win every game again. It could be that we have a struggling season. It's up to how hard we work out there. And we believe that with the players that we've got and the players that are coming in and the system that we're going to play, that we can go on and have a really positive season and win more games than we lose. How far that'll go, nobody knows, and that's what's going to be exciting for us, is coming in each week, you're playing a new team that you haven't played for a couple of years, and it's what can you do to get the best out of that result.
Fine. Well said, John.
Okay, ladies and gents, bringing the TT to an end. 376. I can't remember what number it is. It doesn't really matter. So, once again, first of all, thank you for the guys that contributed for Brand for a Grand. Every at Tesco say every little helps. Was it Tesco? Yeah, thank you. And thank you all for attending. But the biggest thanks must go to the players who've turned up tonight in their time. You're not getting paid. Ladies and gents, Matt Smith, Jack Townend. Thank you. We'll give it to an input from Harvey. Thank you.